the Northwest home for paranormal, you're listening to U.S. Phenomenon with your host, Mario Magana.
From the 1962 World's Fair, or in the shadow of the 1962 World's Fair, the Space Signal. Good evening. My name is Mario Magana. I am the host of U.S. Phenomenon, and we're going to switch it up a little bit. But we are testing some things because someone who does a podcast on her own, who has been doing a podcast for, I don't know, I think maybe 3 days now. Maybe they got a couple episodes out, but it's an all-girls podcast. Welcome to U.S. Phenomenon. So how much do you even know? Well, Haley, welcome to U.S. Phenomenon.
Thank you. Thank you.
How long have you been doing your podcast, Shaking Up the Game?
More than 3 days.
Okay. So
you said 3 days.
3 days. You got a couple episodes out.
No, May. What does that make it? No, March.
March. I remember when I specifically first met you at work, and you're like, yeah, I want to do a podcast. And you're like, you just got to do it, right? And then next thing, here you are. You got your podcast. You guys are shaking it up a little bit.
Isn't that so great? Because I actually followed through with it.
Yeah.
So I can look you in the eyes and say, remember when I said that? And then I did it.
And you did it.
I can't say that about everything in my life. So.
I mean, has this been probably the longest commitment thing you've done in a while?
Yeah. Besides college softball. besides my day job.
So you're a D1, or former D1 athlete.
Former.
And you played softball locally at college, right?
Yeah.
And you started every game? Most games?
Most games, not all 4 years, no.
Oof. Did you bench? Were you riding the pine on your freshman year? Oof. What were you under?
Going college to play college sports, anything, is the most humbling experience of your life.
Because you thought you were pretty badass back then?
I was badass, but the problem is everyone is badass. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Senior year, I get SPSL Player of the Year. That's like our whole league. Great. Feeling great. Get to college. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
And then that's when you get humbled a little bit.
Humbled.
Humbled. So what do you know about, as my voice starts to go out, I may be under the weather, but who knows? What do you know
have COVID?
I don't think so.
Do you have tests?
I'll have to get one tomorrow.
I mean, do you?
I don't know. I don't feel like I have COVID.
Is that a conspiracy theory that you talk about on this?
COVID?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, people have talked about COVID as a conspiracy. I typically don't, just because people have really died from that thing.
Yo, I know. That's what's crazy.
So I don't really, there's a few conspiracies I don't touch. 9/11.
Natural diseases?
Well, I mean, we have talked about AIDS on a show where they think that was man-made. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, too far.
Right. COVID, 9/11.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it.
Okay, well, are you going to talk about earthquakes and hurricanes?
We can. Yeah.
Because apparently those are man-made.
Oh, I've done a show about geoengineering, and it's been going on. So they said that it's been going on forever, but
so it's not the Democrats?
In recent times, there has been one political party that has been pushing the objective.
No, I know. I said that neutrally. I'm just saying that it's apparently the Democrats.
Apparently.
If I heard that it was the Republicans, I would say that I heard it was the Republicans, but that's not what I've heard. I've heard it's the Democrats.
Right. So, yeah. So far, we have no comments of anyone chiming in, but they can send a comment. They can also text us 775-990-5151. Or they
Holy shit.
What's that?
You're on it.
So let me ask you, what's your thoughts on a UFO? Have you ever seen a UFO? Have you
Never.
ever abducted? We just did a show about a guy by the name of Robert and his hypnotherapist, Christy. It's in the last podcast. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, go check it out on your favorite podcasting platform. And she said that Robert has been abducted by aliens, by one specific alien, a gray is what his breed is, for over 50 years. For 50 years of his life. The first time he was like 5 years old. And he got abducted.
I just crazy story. I'm mind blown by that being a possibility.
And
no, I have not experienced aliens. So
I haven't either. I've never seen a ghost.
Me neither.
But like when I was talking to someone the other day about, I was laying in bed and I felt like someone tapped me, and I always I always just shrug it off. Like, it cannot be. The door's locked right now. Like before
you are in bed and you think someone is touching you?
Yeah.
You 100% are experiencing a ghost or something. And I'm not even educated in that field, but
nor am I.
What?
So I just let it be. I'm like, no, I can't. I can't be.
You are out of your mind. First of all, I would move. Second of all, I'd burn my house down.
It's a really nice apartment. I have a nice Juliet balcony. It's nice here. I don't want to leave West Seattle.
Well, someone else is in there. You have a roommate.
Yeah, I have. My daughter lives here too.
Well, you guys have a second roommate. So someone is.
No, I hope not.
Someone is tapping away.
I was like, oh, maybe it's like, I mean, that wasn't like my date. She didn't show up to the house and be like, hey, can you imagine?
What?
I'm kidding.
If that was the case, we're calling 911.
Oh, yes, for sure. So outside of that, I mean, I've recorded shows where I've only lost one show in all my records. And during that show, I was talking to these ladies called the Ghost Girls. In the record we did, the audio was all jacked up. You heard like someone talking in the background.
Because the ghosts were there?
Yeah. And
were you on video with them?
I was, and the video was jacked too. You couldn't hear it in the headphones, but you could hear it in the playback. So the audio was lost. At that same time, I had a picture fall. This is when I once upon a time had a fiance, and the picture fell in the house.
Okay.
And she told me I couldn't record in the house anymore. I don't buy it though. I don't buy it. You laugh, but you're gonna go to bed.
No. I'm not laughing at you. I'm saying that kind of stuff would freak me out. I'm not like a Ouija board kind of gal.
The lady said that if you use a Ouija board, that it's a portal to allow spirits to come through. And if you don't shut the Ouija board down properly, you know, hit Control Alt Delete and like lock the
right.
The spirits.
Erase history.
Will keep coming.
I'm gonna do a Ouija board.
No, I don't know. So the theory
you should, because you have a spirit in your house and they're trying to connect.
So in 2 episodes ago, we did this guy came on the show to talk about ghosts, and he said that back in the day, the Ouija board was made for foreplay for couples because they didn't do that kind of like kissing and all that, so they would like use the Ouija board to like ask questions.
So like the Ouija board would have to tell them to do that.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, oh, we have to do it because the Ouija board said that.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like some other people I know.
Like in general. So that's what they would do back in the, who knows, the 40s, 20s, 30s. 10
years ago.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So you've never seen a UFO? You've never seen a ghost?
No.
If you were to, what would you say your favorite? We have your your podcast scrolling in the thing. So if you want to follow
Mhm.
Haley and Ari, it's at Shaking Up the Game.
Yep.
What is your favorite conspiracy of all time? Like JFK assassination? Is it I don't know, maybe it's
Diddy Combs.
oh, is that your favorite one right now?
That is my favorite one right now. I've honestly never been into like conspiracy theories. I don't really let myself go down the rabbit hole and get, you know what I mean?
Get bought and
But like,
buy in. Yeah, you get a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. But if we find out that like all these celebrities are running like a cult and like doing some weird shit, now that I'm into.
Don't you? I mean, there's so many conspiracies out that are
Okay, but now everything is a conspiracy. I feel like that's why I don't like get into them.
It's true. If you were to like, this is on the levels of like, I almost said Elon Musk, but no, this is Epstein type level.
Yes. Well, I think that's why it's so interesting for a lot of people because like I was too young to experience the Epstein thing and really like care. Right?
Yeah.
But like Diddy is like your parents know who Diddy is. Well, yours might not. Mine do. Age gap. But you know what I'm saying?
How do your parents know about Diddy? Did they grow up during the 2000s? My dad knows Diddy. My dad's 70s.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're talking Diddy, you're possibly talking other like celebrities. Like these people have, you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, some TikToker that
Right.
Gen Zers found, and you know, it's like the multiple walks of life are like into this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like me and my mom will talk about it versus like if I would tell her about some Gen Z drama of like she'd be like, huh? Like
so like when they found those geotag kids were found the body out in Alki. That was yeah, you didn't hear about that?
no.
This landlord killed his tenants, cut their bodies up, put them in suitcases, and threw them out in Alki. These kids were geotagging or whatever the hell that thing's called. And they found the suitcase, they opened it up, and they saw the body parts there. Yeah, that was a thing. So the Diddy thing is what you find to be the most interesting. What is it that you like the most about it?
Because it's all, first of all, you just threw me for a loop. Like I've seen every Law and Order SVU episode, so I don't need that happening in my neighborhood. But because I think it's so interesting because we grew up listening to Diddy.
It's the
everyone else that we think might be involved, or they're like kind of like dangling that could be involved, we've grown up with too. You know what I mean? And then not even just the people themselves. Now you're looking at a whole like celebrity ring of like, it's just like everything that you kind of think might happen as like celebrities, like the Illuminati or like, you know, something like that. You're like, could this be real?
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Right. What about the piece that gets me the most is how far this could go back.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many things that you're like, oh.
What if he killed?
Because then this could have, first of all, now you're talking like Justin Bieber came up in the music industry. Now you're talking about him possibly being a victim. Like it's insane. Then did you kill your wife? Like this is insane.
So we were talking offline before we started this, and back in the day, I worked at a radio station, which no longer exists, on 93.3. And at the station, we had this thing called Not So Silent Night. And one listener would have a party brought to their home with a celebrity guest. One year was Christina Aguilera. One year was somebody else. And then it was the celebrity was Puff Daddy. Diddy.
I would die.
So we're heading to a family memorial service, and in the conversation, my dad's like, "Hey," my dad with his Hispanic Mexican accent, he's like, "You still got that picture with Puff Daddy?" Then my dad's like, "Did he touch your culo?"
He's funny as hell for that. That is funny. Did you use baby oil?
That's what my dad said too. Oh my god!
I like your dad. I like it.
I was laughing so hard, but he's like, "What did you do with the picture?" I'm like, "It's still up. I'm trying to form my own lawsuit. What are you talking about? I'm trying to get rich. Trying to get
Okay. You're like low on the totem pole.
For sure.
Okay, so then my thing is, who is going to go down with him? And then who is going to sell him out?
Everybody.
See, that's my thing. Like, remember at the beginning when his house got raided like months ago?
Right.
And we were like, oh, he might be up to some stuff. But then no one from his businesses or anyone spoke. They were like, no comment.
Right.
Some people like, quit and whatever, quietly left. Probably because they didn't know if there was really a case on him. But now you're looking like 7 months later and obviously the feds have a case. Oh, I'm talking.
I mean,
now I'm talking because I'm going to save my own ass. And we're talking.
But think about, like you were saying, Bieber, poor guy.
Yeah.
And who brought
same problem with Usher. So did he start a victim? And then now could he possibly be involved on the other side of it? Because Usher was 13 at Diddy's house.
I mean, he said multiple times on Howard Stern's show.
Yes, that he would not let his kids go to Diddy's house when he's 13. And he had that look on his face. But now what I'm saying is, has he since then, like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Participated.
But not only that, but he also talked about hooking up with women that were much older than him.
Who, Usher?
Yeah.
Well, I could see that.
I mean, Usher is coming to town if people are going to go see him. Are you going to go see Usher?
I don't know.
Might be the last time you see him in concert.
I know. Ari, my co-host, has been cracking me up. She's like, I've been blasting like Neo and Trey Songz and anyone else that could possibly be involved, because if I have to cancel them, I need to get all my listens in.
Oh, girl, it's your birthday.
Yeah. We grew up. Like, that's high school dance parties for me.
Say, have you seen the social media post by his ex, right? Calling him Little Diddy?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Who are we talking about? Are we talking about Lori Harvey or who?
We're talking about who was it? The others, Neo.
Oh, I know. She called him Baby Diddy.
Oh, Baby Diddy, Little Diddy. Sorry. Yeah, that's
something like that, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. I was laughing.
Something like mini Diddy or something. That's what I said that same thing to Ari. I was like, uh-oh, you're not going to be happy about that.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of implications of a lot of people that may be canceled. Have you heard that?
Are Jay-Z and Beyonce involved?
I mean, I like to thank them for the podcast. They helped us tonight put this podcast together. So
I'm genuinely, aside from their help on production, I'm genuinely curious.
I think he's going down too.
Oh, also trial not till May. It's not going to be good because every day there's a new lawsuit. There's 7 today. It's not good.
If Donald Trump wins, does he let Diddy go?
That is crazy. That is crazy. Will they be on trial at the same time? Too soon?
I don't know. That's a great question.
It's going to be like in the same courtroom, one after the other.
Well, one's federal, right? And the other one's state.
So we're not going to be able to see Diddy's like live.
No, it's all
because respectfully, I don't care about Amber Heard shitting on Johnny Depp's bed, but this, I need to be locked into this. You know? Like, people were watching that daily. Watch that. I'm trying to watch Diddy.
If this was to be like the OJ trial, like you could watch it,
Mm-hmm.
ratings through the roof.
Oh, can you imagine?
Like all TV stations, wall to wall. I'm trying not to swear, but would go wall to wall coverage.
Oh, am I not supposed to swear on this?
Yeah, you're fine because I'm not.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone. No, even from his last court date, where like the notes from it like said he was in the full jail outfit and shackles. I need to see that live.
Do you think that this is gonna sound really crappy, but I mean him and R. Kelly can hang out and they could produce records.
Great things. They can hang out with Jen Shaw. Is she in there? I love Jen Shaw, but not for frauding the elderly. Don't get me wrong here.
So if this goes back,
Mm-hmm.
I mean this may go back before you were even alive.
Probably before I was even a thought.
Because
how old is Diddy?
He's 55, 50 something.
Oh yeah. So he was like 20 when I was born.
So think about Tupac.
He killed Tupac. Let's charge him with that too, because what's another suit? You know what I'm saying?
So if does he get the murder rap for Tupac, Biggie, and Kim Porter?
Kim Porter for sure. Rest her soul. Biggie and Tupac. Like, I just need someone to be held accountable. And if it's Diddy, whoo-wee. Oh, man. Why did I hear something about that? Like, he like ordered the guy where they were going to be or something like that.
The guy that's under arrest for the murder of Tupac allegedly said Diddy paid him money. Now that to be the truth, we'll never know.
Oh, you know what will be even crazier? Because this is definitely the podcast to say this. Diddy goes down, sentenced to life in prison. Tupac comes out from hiding.
Oh my God.
He's been alive the whole time.
Do you think they're going to kill him in jail?
I don't think it's going to be a 5-star vacation.
I mean, Epstein did not make it. And the rumors are that, someone killed him in jail, allegedly.
Well, the problem is he is who he is, so people will be on it or on him. You know what I mean? Second of all, the things he's being charged with make a lot of people not like you in a place like prison. Yeah. So they say. I've never experienced it before. God help me, because I could not last.
You? Have you seen?
No, you would be absolutely screwed in prison, literally and figuratively.
Rude.
Respectfully though, because so would I. Like, I know that about myself.
Oh man. And maybe that's what happened. Maybe Epstein was like, I can't do this.
Honestly, same.
And he killed himself. I mean, that's what
Jen Shaw though is vibing. Like, she's friends with Elizabeth Holmes in there, and they're like running yoga classes. Maybe a different situation though. I don't know.
Oh, you want to hear another crazy conspiracy that everyone talks about? That the Bible was...
What's that?
The Bible? You know what the Bible is, you pastor. You're like, what's that? You need to go to church, you heathen. That, and they said this in the podcast, the last show, that the book was written by aliens to keep us from running amok. Oh yeah.
Okay. I knew you were afraid to ask these people this, so I'm going to ask it because I'm a guest. And I can ask whatever I want.
Sure.
Was this guy that was abducted by aliens banging the alien?
He said that they were partners, and I asked, like, co-worker partners or like intimate partners, and he said that they were partners. He didn't say what kind of partners.
Huh.
But he did say, because he's been on a couple times, that the experiments they did to him were not pleasant.
Okay. Honestly, that just leaves me speechless.
I just don't know what. I mean, I had people texting me, asking me, like, do you believe what they said? Do you believe?
No, I want to know.
They're like, do you believe his story? And I'm like, I'm it's not my truth to tell. That's his.
But like,
It's my job to stay neutral.
I'm going to stay neutral today. You're right. So aliens want to come pick me up for a day. So be it.
Yeah.
They got some extra money or what?
His daughters were also abducted. He said
I know. But is his daughter an alien then?
He said he's a hybrid, that he has alien DNA in him.
So does his daughter then?
Just him. Wait, yeah. Why wouldn't his daughter have alien DNA in her?
Oh, wait. Why was I not in this interview? Because, see,
Well, because you're too busy living your life.
Did it look like the cartoon, the alien cartoons? Like, what's that cartoon called on Nickelodeon or whatever?
I don't know. I haven't seen Nickelodeon in decades. You can't even watch Nickelodeon anymore.
No, this is from when, like, you were younger.
I'm not that young. I didn't watch Nickelodeon.
No. Like, when your daughter was watching it.
Not
you. I think the TVs were, like, black and white.
Oh, you're rude.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to bring some comedy into it, you know?
Yeah. I don't remember. What the hell was the alien's name? And I think about the one from American Dad. What's that dude? What's that guy?
I don't know. Oh, well, Futurama. Is it like Futurama?
What about Roger the Alien?
No, I know. I'm looking at him. Big old head. Like, yeah, is it that?
He says they look like that, but it's if you Google gray alien, that's what he said.
Uh-huh. Oh my God. See, like, respectfully, that's his truth, you know?
That's what I said.
But like those kind of like conspiracies, like don't.
It's your word versus like, you know, it's your truth. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, they just don't like, but they just don't like get me like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch a documentary now about Grays. Like that's just I'll watch Grey's Anatomy, but like that is, you know.
Because you need more tangibles.
Yeah, like I think I'm always maybe like conspiracy theories don't get me because I'm very much the kind of person where I'm like, I got to see it to like believe it. Like I'm like, that is so hypothetical to me that like.
All right, we're having people send messages in. So do you see the first message that come through?
That he did it?
Yeah, he did it. That's what they said. Do you know that person?
Well, he did it and Diddy did it. So join him. Is that Diddy from prison?
You wouldn't think that Diddy would have any type of access to anything anymore, right?
I don't know, but I did see also like last week one of his sons got hit with a lawsuit too. I'm like, y'all are all messy. Can we also talk about how him and his son both dated Lori Harvey?
Why?
I think we need to put her back on the hot seat. I think we need to. She's over here chilling. I think we need to put her on the hot seat.
Yeah, but let's like
throw her on.
What about like Michael Jordan's son dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife?
Larsa Pippen?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
No. You know what? At least Michael Jordan came out and was like, no, I'm not about this. And I was like, you know what? Thank you. because this is whack.
Well, Michael Jordan's, Michael Jordan. I mean, do you think? I mean, that's the other conspiracy about his dad. Oh, you saw what happened. They're letting those guys out of prison who allegedly killed the guys who allegedly killed Michael Jordan's dad. They're releasing them.
Well, I'm saying who. How do I say this? Who are Michael Jordan's children? Because that's a conspiracy I can get behind.
Oh, like the guy who's playing.
Like, is it Anthony Edwards or Jimmy Butler?
Oh man, I mean which one's the one that plays for Minnesota? Anthony, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He looks more like Jordan.
See, like that kind of stuff.
That you're into. That you love.
Oh, let me find something like that out. Because I'm like a reality TV buff. I think this is where my conspiracy theories come in. Reality TV, fire. So this kind of stuff,
right,
feels like I'm living reality TV. Like, you're not going to tell me this. All these celebrities are running some weird sex cult.
Which they could.
Like, this is. But how fascinating. Horrible for the victims, obviously, but
sure.
Great TV. The documentaries are going to be insane.
It's going to be better than 90 Day Fiancé. Shout out to Bixby.
Oh, no. Don't you dare.
But think about this too. Okay, so what about when you think about Jordan? Then what about Kobe? I mean, remember?
Okay, so the conspiracy, there's no conspiracy theory about Kobe, is there?
I don't think that there is. I think he was just hooking up with people on the side, or with other women.
What? Do you?
Oh man,
I've never heard that. Come on, someone's got to be wholesome. Don't do that to him. He's passed over.
Wait, you don't remember when he did the press conference, shaking up the game?
How old was I, Mario?
Oh, I don't know. So he came out and he did a press conference.
What year?
I don't remember when he did that press conference. You're probably in middle school. Because Diddy's in his he's my age, or was. So
Kobe?
Yeah.
Don't you dare also interchange those names.
Yeah. So Kobe came out and did a press conference.
Are you looking it up?
I am. I'm trying to.
Come on now. You don't got to ruin this for people.
What do you mean ruin it for people?
We're not going to ruin Kobe for people.
I mean, they all know. It's just you that didn't know. Then his wife got a big old fat rock. She upgraded. He got an upgrade.
Okay, well, fine. Let her have it.
Hey. So there was that.
One day I'm going to have a fat rock.
Yes, you will.
At least 4 carat, I think, because I have chubby fingers. So anything smaller just won't look right.
What do you think about everyone taking the Ozempic and the pen or whatever the other one is? What is the other one?
See, I'm not necessarily the right person to ask because, like, a quick fix would be great,
Sure. Like if you're when you're about to get married, you want to lose a couple pounds.
Sure. I know people doing that right now that are planning a wedding, and so they got on the old Zempi. I don't know. I just can't really get myself to the point where I'm like going and getting Ozempic prescriptions and like shooting myself up.
Yeah, me neither.
I think I've been hung up on like, don't you have to take it forever?
I think if you stop taking it, that will happen.
I think that's my problem. I'm not like a druggie.
I'm not either. I even get made fun of for that.
No, I've gotten made fun of my whole life for that. Everyone's called me goody two shoe.
Sophia's like, where's this, Dad? Where's that?
Would you consider marijuana a drug?
Well, it was back in the day.
Oh.
I found it. but I don't know that I'll subject you to it, but I will send it to you so you can watch it.
Okay, thank you.
But Barnes Media says he didn't do it. Well, clearly we know you didn't do it.
Well, he didn't do it, but Diddy did it. So thank you.
Yeah. Shout out to Barnes. What about Bigfoot? Do you believe in Sasquatch and Bigfoot? What about that one? I mean, you're from the Northwest.
It's like the tale as old as time. Like, see,
but he meets
cool. I don't know. Sure. There. I mean, great. He's there. My thing is, I don't get too like invested of like, I gotta know if Bigfoot is real or not.
Well, clearly,
you know what I mean,
right? Because your podcast is about sports and mine is about whatever.
Yeah, like I'm just like, if he's out there, what's up? And if he's not,
well, we know that
Bigfoot
does meet a couple requirements. Does hit a couple requirements for you. Dad bod.
Yes, 6'5".
Yeah,
you're right.
Just a hairy beast.
Just a hairy beast. Don't put me in the category of Enum Claw people, okay?
No one said that.
Because we're not talking about
they're nice
horses.
People. They're nice people up there in Enum Claw.
No, my parents want to move there. I don't know. Like,
it's a cute little town.
No, I know. I drove through it, but like,
you can drink up there. You can do some shooting, some hunting.
Where can't you drink?
Well, this is true, but they got little cute little bars up there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm fine with it. I have nothing against Enum Claw. I grew up 10 minutes from Enum Claw. I'm just saying they have intercourse with horses. That's all I'm saying. Like that's. But they have cute bars.
I don't know about this story. I don't know.
No, I think that's real. Have you ever hung out in Enum Claw for a long period of time?
I mean, not long enough to know anything about anything of that. I've never heard.
Well, I'm saying, or to have that feeling of where you want to do that, because that's what's crazy.
There must be some really lonely people out there in the world.
Oh, to bang horses? Yeah. I'll let you know if I get to that point.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's good stuff.
But that was such a long time ago, right? That was that I believe if I recall the story that I saw back on the TV news, that there was an employee or someone who was living in Enum Claw who died. That person died because, clearly something.
Why?
Because clearly some things just don't fit.
So what's true?
So having intercourses with horses or barn animals is probably not a good idea.
No, it's not really on my bingo card.
I don't, there's some really freaky people out there in this world.
Yeah. Do you remember, did you ever used to watch the show like True Life?
Oh, here's a comment from Barnes Media.
No, literally. Is that actually the cause of death?
I believe that might be the cause of death.
Okay, then conspiracy theory. Why have too far? Is there something I can't say on here? Why hasn't girls that have had sex with like Shaq had some problems?
There was a guy that was on what's his name?
Because he literally bangs little girls. Not young, not like
small frame women.
Small framed ladies, yes.
Yeah. There was a comedian on Shay Shay, Club Shay Shay, and the guy dated a girl that after dating Shaq, he said that he will never date a woman that's a bit after they've dated Shaq because just the fit ain't right. The fit ain't right.
No! Conspiracy theory, Shaq has a little dick.
So you're saying the other guy was also small Peter?
Well, majority of men are, but that's a topic for another day. Which is fine. Girls don't want Shaq. You know what I mean? But well, which girls haven't signed NDAs? That's what I want to know.
There was a lady that came out on some show or social media talking about she went to Diddy's party, she partaked, and she was all about it. She's like, I knew what I was signing up for.
Like a sex party.
Yeah, she was ready to take that.
Yeah, some people like that.
I mean, Enum Club, straight up.
She was ready to take that. Take that is hilarious.
It gives a whole new meaning to that, and I'm like, it's really crappy about how much a lot of music that has to be vacated in my life. Really, a lot of think about a lot of bangers back in those days.
No, I know your DJ sets have to be reworked.
I mean, I couldn't even play Kesha the other day at UW because I was going to play. I couldn't even say. She was like, "Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy." What up, girl?
She should probably redo that song.
She did.
No, seriously. A CVS hated to see Diddy come in.
And I love how Costco came out and said we didn't sell them the baby oil.
No, Costco is my favorite fucking place because, like, you ain't gonna get us involved.
Yeah.
Like, okay, and also though, who is Diddy's lawyer? Because he needs to be fired. You couldn't at least look up if Costco sold baby oil before you go on the steps and say that like he was buying it in bulk from Costco.
Oh, you know who his lawyer should be? The guy from Michael Jackson attorney. That should be his attorney.
Should be Robert Kardashian.
He's dead. He ain't coming back.
I'm aware.
Do you think about all those guys who were on the OJ trial that all died of some type of whatever? Robert, I think Shapiro's still alive. The other guys are all dead, I believe.
Harsh.
Yeah. OJ did kill his wife, right?
Don't they all?
I would never do that. I remember here's one. So, and this is terrible to say, but you remember when I'm going to take this to a dating story. So you remember when that lady went on?
You have so many dating stories. It's insane.
No, I do not have that many dating stories. I have a few, but I don't have that many. This one's a good one. This one's a good one. Some of them. So I was like, hey, yeah, let's meet up. Let's go to the Mariners game. I thought that would be a great first date.
No, because you're gonna kill her and chop her up.
That's what she said.
Absolutely. Except I just went on a first date to a Mariners game.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
But then you had like all your compadres there, all your, you ran into us. We were there. Remember that?
Yeah. I'm sorry. My mom's now in a rehab facility and she's like, I'm busting out of this place by Saturday or Sunday because she has a roommate and she's like not about it.
Oh no.
She's like, she just pissed the bed. Oh shit.
So you did go on a date.
Yeah.
Baseball game,
unfortunately.
But you didn't get chopped up. See, it's still a good
No.
date. It's still a great date idea, right?
No, it is a good date idea because it like takes pressure
Right.
off of like, we're not sitting at a sit down dinner and we have to like conversate the whole time about your hopes and dreams. But
So Haley,
because like you know what I mean?
I mean, what are your goals in the next 5 years?
No, oh my God, kill me if somebody said that. You know what I mean?
And I never take a date on a first date to dinner.
Okay, but I do say on the guy that chopped up that girl at the Mariners game, they were like, that wasn't their first date.
Okay. See, that it made it sound like it was their first date.
No, I don't think so. I think there was some kerfuffle going on. But maybe it was. Maybe I'm thinking of another girl that got chopped up at the Mariners games. Maybe there's 3.
I don't know, but I was
The
like, wow.
performance of that team just puts men in these horrific moods.
I mean, I've been a Mariner fan for like since TVs were black and white. And
It's a hard time.
TVs were not black and white when I was growing up.
Did you have to like wiggle the antenna to get like something to play?
We were poor, yes. We were very poor.
No.
We were very poor. So thank
Okay.
you.
God.
We were poor.
We didn't have to make it dark. We didn't have to go down poverty lane.
No, but we did have the antenna, and then
everyone did. So did my grandma. I'm saying old, not poor.
all right. So we had the antenna. What else do we have? Now, we haven't talked about your podcast. So you have a podcast out there where you and your friend,
Yep.
your bestie, you guys do a podcast about sports. It's
Yeah, we do.
It's lady driven.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you talk about all sports, not like female based.
Correct.
Now,
Well, that would be a tough sell, wouldn't it?
I mean, after the women's NBA, you're like, where do you go?
That would be a tough marketing.
Well, you're gonna have to be like those one girls that your competition.
I have to pull my tits out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's insane, isn't it?
I mean, sex sells.
No, sex does sell.
I mean, clearly everyone has a OF page, and it's making.
I know. Can't say I haven't thought about it, but you know.
So, what do you think about the whole AI driven, robots, drones? What I'm about to show you may blow your mind. Let's take a look at this real quick. Look at this guy. This is a robot, an AI robot that kicks a field goal. McAfee's out of a job.
Well, like, are we watching iRobot? Like, are we in this movie? See, now I'm living in a simulation.
I mean, yes, we could be.
I already feel like I am just by the state of the world this year, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm not about it. The only kind of umpiring, maybe in baseball, we can have some robotic.
For the strike.
Yeah, just because there's so much technology about that. But as far as like athletes and a guy kicking the ball, oh no.
Should they get rid of
the best part about sports too is like human error.
Right.
Like, the kicker when the game's on the line is probably going to do some dumb
stuff.
Like,
yeah. Like the
a robot? How boring would sports be if there was a robot?
Think about the mental capacity of like the kicker for UW who missed all those field goals.
But that's what makes it interesting.
Right. Makes it really good.
And he's cute and has a cleft lip.
Maybe we can find you a guy.
No.
You wouldn't date a guy
Stop it.
With a cleft lip?
No, I'm not saying that. Don't make me sound like an a-hole.
No, okay. All right, so I hope he gets his stuff together. I felt bad for him because I was like, oh man, he's on scholarship and everything.
I know.
What do you think
Poor
about
guy.
What about Oregon? What do you think about the Oregon?
Hate Oregon's coach.
Oh, Dan Lanning.
I hate.
Doesn't he just seem like the biggest frat boy?
Douchebag. He seems like a douchebag. He started to annoy the crap out of me like last year because obviously they had all this attention because of UW and how far UW was going, and he was just doing like wild things. But like
with the clicks and we're here for.
Yeah, he just looks like he looks like he's trying to be like in with the like younger generation, like too much. Like he's trying to be like a guy's guy, like
right.
I'm like, you're a coach, relax.
Who do you think is the best coach of all time?
That's a good question. Any sport?
Yeah, any sport.
Oh, I don't know if I could answer that. That's a really good question.
What about for football? What's your favorite team of all sports? Your favorite team of all time?
My favorite team of all time?
Yeah.
The Seahawks.
What's your favorite second team?
The Sonics.
Oh. I mean,
And then the Mariners. The Mariners have just pissed me off so much recently that I can't even give them number 2.
I mean, the Sonics have been gone half of your life.
Yeah, I know. I went to the last Sonics game.
That was rough.
Yeah.
It was really rough. Like, I genuinely do not root for anything Thunder.
No. I don't root for anything Thunder. I don't get that whole thing. I root for the Phoenix Suns personally. But as I've said, because my family gets on me about this too, like, that's not fair. I'm like, no. This isn't the old Sonics. I have a tie to the Suns. And when the Sonics come back, because they will, the Suns will go to number 2 and the Sonics will take my number 1 spot. And that's just what it is.
I remember going to games all the time. It was like the best Friday night thing for me to do. Walk from Queen Anne. This is before Sophia was alive.
You're such a Seattleite.
I would walk from Queen Anne and go to the thing. But so Sonics would be your other team. Let me think of anything else I want to ask you before I let you go. Diddy, you think did it? You think?
Yep.
You think he's not long?
Oh, he's toast.
He's not long for this earth. Do you?
I think he's too far. It's gone too far now, and they know too much for him to now get out of it, like, completely. I don't know if I'll say he'll get like life in prison, but like, he's not getting cleared.
Do you think that his like this is on the levels of Epstein? He had that they're talking about the
Yes.
and
I just don't think the federal government would go this far if they didn't have like a signed, sealed, delivered. Like, they have him on a silver platter, I think.
Do you think because he sued the alcohol brand? Do you think the alcohol brand was involved with this?
I don't know.
Because of what are the moral clause?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm not citing any endorsements. I'm not doing any endorsements because God knows who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, don't do that.
Hey, what's up? It's Mario for Sasquatch soap and body wash. All right. Before we let you go and take your lovely puppy out, you need to get the pillow from Costco.
Yes. Oh yeah, he's now like he was begging me to take him out, but now he's like, he's like the little kid that's like, because I won't, so now he's given up until I get up and take him out.
Cute puppy. Okay, so you think Diddy did it?
Yep.
I'm trying to think of another one that you might be up your alley. Oh, do you know the story about DB Cooper? The guy that skyjacked the airplane out of like Portland.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They never found him. I guess there's not really conspiracy.
Let me just get one thing straight right here, because those are interesting. But you will never talk to me about plane crash hypotheticals or conspiracies. No.
Plane crashes? What do you mean by plane crash?
Well, like the Malaysia flight, like going missing.
Oh,
this guy, like, I don't love flying, so like I can't get into that kind of stuff. Like, people will be like, "Oh, they watched that documentary," or like they go down like the TikTok rabbit hole of that. No way in hell, because my anxiety the next time I get on a plane.
You want to hear this one? Sophia was with her blended family with my ex-wife, and they watched the movie with Tom Hanks and the plane crash. Where
I'm not watching that.
Poor girl was like terrified to be on the airplane.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch shit of plane crashes. Like, are you out of your mind? Ari even was on this flight to Boston, and she texted me and literally said, "You would be dying on this flight right now with the amount of turbulence." And I'm like, yeah, I would.
So you're not a fan of turbulence?
No, because like I'm not in control. Who knows what's up there? Like, no.
What do you think? What about this? The stories that have come out about pilots sleeping and hooking up with the flight attendants.
Well, I think that planes are like ran by electronics.
For sure. I mean, yeah.
But like,
yeah, I fly okay. It sucks. I'm very methodical about my flights. Try not to travel in the wintertime so I don't have to do turbulence.
Yep. I flew so much in college, like weekly. So I
Yeah,
sat next to a lot of pilots and asked a lot of questions. I'm that girl. Like if you're a pilot and you're sitting next to me on the plane, let's get ready to yap because
So you haven't watched the Boeing, the documentary about Boeing and the 737?
no, my dad is a Boeing lifer. I've
That's-
heard enough of this shit. He literally jokes with me all the time about like he watched the guys build the plane and I'm gonna have a nice flight next time. I'm like,
You want a fun fact?
no.
You ready for a good fun fact? This is about me.
Okay.
I worked at Boeing. I did.
Can't see that for you.
You could not see that for me?
My parents met at Boeing.
I did not meet my wife at Boeing, my ex-wife at Boeing. No.
Yeah.
I was 19 when I worked at Boeing,
That's crazy. My dad started when he was 18.
and then I got laid off. So,
My mom got laid off.
and then I was like, I'm never going back to this company. I'm gonna make my own.
Oh
money.
yeah, my dad is counting his days.
Yeah. My dad is a retired Boeing guy, and he's like, I hope the company doesn't go up, belly up, because they're on strike. My dad's a G. He loves listening to Tupac, and
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
he loves Tupac, Biggie. He's like, yeah, I found the Sirius XM Biggie channel. So, all right. So good luck on your podcast.
Thank you.
If they want to find you, where do they find you? This is your now, your floor.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, at Shaking Up the Game, Instagram at Shaking Up the Game, on TikTok at Shaking Up the Game Pod, I believe, because someone took our name already on there. You can email us at shakingupthegame.com. Shakingupthegame at gmail.com. Sorry.
And what's interesting, Haley was telling me off air that they're going to be doing a contest that is coming to Shaking Up the Game to find Haley her new boo. And it's going to be all over their podcast. The qualifications for him must be 6'5", former D1 athlete.
That sounds so superficial.
It does. I'm only saying this because we got to get straight to the point. He's got to be nice.
No, like 6'3" is fine.
6'3", not 5'8".
No, not I'm 5'9".
You would never date anyone shorter than you.
I don't think so, just because I feel like I'd be smushing them.
You probably wouldn't.
It's like a self-confidence thing.
Well, I don't know. So you what? So
Also,
what,
this isn't a real contest.
it is. It's officially send your emails. Send your applications. Do not send any explicit content to
No, I won't open it. Ari will love this game or whatever this is, challenge.
Whatever it is, the new version of 90 Day Fiance for you.
Well, preferably they would live in the United States.
They will live in the United States. We're talking.
So it's not 90 Day Fiance.
Okay, so then it's 30 day. And then we're gonna get you hitched. We're getting you hitched. We're gonna find.
I love that because then you just genuinely don't know what 90 Day Fiance is, but that's okay.
I mean, we're gonna find you somebody out here in the world, and then I'm gonna find somebody for myself.
Okay, great.
All right,
Thanks for having me, Mario.
You know, it was fun. I'm glad that we have a better idea about what your conspiracies are.
Thank you.
It's got to be about Diddy. You don't care about the Clintons and all that. Though, have you heard those conspiracies about them killing?
Yeah,
people?
but like again, I was so young.
Yeah,
it's not even born.
It doesn't really fit.
I don't think I'm like a big history buffer. So if it's like not in going on, I'm like,
it's out. All right. All right, everyone. Good night.
night.